Here's a proposed framework for such a KPI. Proposed KPI framework for green energy and climate performance. 1. Renewable energy share, 30%. This metric would account for the proportion of total energy consumption derived from renewable sources. Given Canada's significant hydroelectric capacity, this would highlight its strong performance in green energy. 2. Historical green energy use, 20%. This would recognize long-term investments and usage of green energy sources like the Niagara Falls hydroelectric plants, reflecting a sustained commitment to renewable energy over time. 3. Per capita emissions, 20%. Adjusting for population size, this metric would focus on emissions per person, offering a fair comparison with other nations regardless of their total population or industrial size. 4. Climate policy effectiveness, 15%. Evaluating the comprehensiveness and effectiveness of climate policies, including carbon pricing, emissions regulations, and renewable energy incentives. 5. Energy efficiency improvements, 10%. Measuring improvements in energy efficiency across different sectors, indicating progress in reducing energy consumption without compromising economic output. 6. Innovation and technology adoption, 5%. Recognizing the adoption of innovative technologies and practices in renewable energy and emissions reduction. Example calculation for Canada renewable energy share. With 62% of energy from green sources, Canada scores high here. Historical green energy use. Canada's long history with hydroelectric power, such as at Niagara Falls, is a strong point. Per capita emissions. This remains a challenge due to high energy consumption and industrial activity. Climate policy effectiveness. Mixed results, with strong policies in some areas but shortcomings in others. Energy efficiency improvements. Ongoing efforts are showing progress. Innovation and technology adoption. Canada is investing in new technologies, but lags behind some leading nations. Adjusted ranking consideration. Using this KPI framework, Canada would score higher on aspects reflecting its strong renewable energy infrastructure and historical commitment to green energy. While challenges remain in per capita emissions and comprehensive policy implementation, this approach would likely place Canada higher in the rankings, potentially in the top 20 or top 10, depending on the relative performance of other countries in these areas. Conclusion. While the Climate Change Performance Index highlights critical areas needing improvement, a more balanced KPI framework would acknowledge Canada's significant achievements in green energy and its historical contributions. This adjusted ranking approach offers a fairer representation of Canada's efforts and positions it more favorably on the global stage.